approve?
That's disgusting. If I were to give Mike, it'd be mediocre Mike with his suggestions of heroes for people to enjoy.
I mean, he talked about my Visage. I've seen his Spirit Breaker. You know, still not too optimistic about it. But hey, it's Crit running the hero, and they're gonna go for an instant smoke as well to start things off with. Maybe they might end up finding somebody here. Bait also kind of collapsing there towards the mid lane area. Phonic would be a pretty good start. Got the Artesia Luna. Smoke's already popped. They have got their ideas, and now it's just about execution. What is gonna happen? Dendy? Oh no, not the Dendy punch. Oh, don't go for him. They're gonna go for Phonic in the end, and he's gonna get controlled. Hook saved by Dendy, pushing him closer, but the right clicks ain't gonna be enough, and they will actually skip out the first blood attempt here on both sides. Student gets to keep his life intact, and Rebellion, they miss out on this one.
Yeah, it was pretty close. He has to go back to heal and probably waste a TP scroll, so that is maybe minus 100 for them. But I don't think he'll be in that much of a big problem unless he dies without that TP being on cooldown. So there's a small window there. But looking at the drafts here, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Talking about drafts, we had the chance to talk with Fly about heroes and especially the ones that work out really well. So let's hear from the man himself.
Trying to think if there's a hero that's been consistent, but I think it's changed quite a bit all the time. You went from like these brood mothers right now to what it used to be like the Mars and these melee stunners. So I do think it keeps changing. I can't think of a hero that's been consistently at the top tier actually. So I mean, I like it that way. I think it's nice when they keep changing, and with a new patch coming in, I'm hoping for more spellcasting vibes to be back, like Shadow Demons and Winter Wyverns and Oracles. I want them to be stronger.
Very support perspective, bringing out the Shadow Demon that I've been talking to you actually quite a lot off stream, that I'd like to see this hero kind of come back into the scene as well. What do you think about what Fly just said there?
I mean, I think he just wants his signature heroes to be buffed. But he said that, but yet again, he's going to play his Phoenix. I think I've heard many interviews from him. This is his favorite hero. He always wished it was back in the meta, so just can't please anyone anymore, can you, nowadays?
Yeah. Dandy wants heroes that are going to stomp the game for him, and Fly just wants to get some of those heroes that are in his hero pool. But of course, player preferences, it's always important to have those into the mix. Looking at this early laning stage here, Artesia already taking quite a hefty amount of damage here from Moose and Phonic. Moose, who absolutely popped off in game number 1. I hope he keeps that momentum, because at least that is one of the big factors that keeps the series super interesting and super close, because that's what it was until the late game errors that they made.
Yeah, if you look back to the nouns game before, we saw this Doom Hoodwink lane going against a Monkey King, right? And they actually crushed it. So they're kind of like doing a repeat, and they didn't get the lucky bounce there. It might be the difference of him living or dying here.
Yeah, that one extra right click kind of missing out there, and Artesia regenerating, but Moose is going to find the gap to squeeze in another right click and get the first blood on the side of Bait. And that is definitely going to help out. Of course, killing the enemy carry, great way to start the game.
I mean, what team is playing for Bait right now? Like, I haven't seen this Bait yet. Like, I am having a very hard time understanding how a team can just wake up one day and be this much better.
True, big changes, and only an X amount of hours in between these two with their previous series and this one, and that's going to be another one. Moose already starting off a kill spree here with the second pickoff for himself. That is out of Fly on the Phoenix. Not a great start for this lane that we've already kind of titled the best in NA.
Yeah, and Saberlight on the bottom lane here. Looks like they might go on him.
Just teleport in as well. He's got no TP scroll either. Bit of a crit interruption there on Stonebank. That's going to be the difference between life and death. Saberlight, who did end up giving a couple pickoffs last game for Bates, doesn't want to keep that trend alive in this game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him sitting there, and he did not look like a happy camper on his webcam like during the draft there. Maybe he feels like he could have done a lot better. I would agree with that statement too. I think he's like one of the best players in the world from the offlane position, and it wasn't his best showing, but it looks like they will get some retaliation here and pick up Phonic here in this top lane on Doom.
Important pick off there for Rebellion. Get themselves on the board. And looking at this mid matchup here with Abed at 15 CS, Dendy crushing it, 25-5. I think it was Snare who brought up that Dendy hasn't won a competitive game on Pudge since 2015. 7 years ago. Over 7 years ago. And still looking for that W. And
I
at
sure
least lane
hope
stage
it's
still
today.
solid.
Yeah. And again, Luna goes down in the top lane here. Like, you pick Luna to win your lane. It's not a meta hero. We don't see it fly. He might actually die here too, potentially. But, like, they picked this Luna, right? Try to dominate the lane. It's not doing so hot. 8 and 7 CS to the Doom's 14 and 5. I guess they're both not farming very much. It's like a bloodbath up here.
And it's definitely going to slow down RTZ's timing a lot here. Like these early deaths, the lack of farm, that's going to play into Stonebank's bank.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing a hero that can solo carry this game. We've seen these Ursa last picks time and time again, right? Like, he's playing against a Phoenix, he can kill the egg really quickly. He can get on top of Luna. Luna doesn't have a disengage at mid lane. See if Dende can disengage here.
Attempted shard block there, crit. He's going to have to give this one away. And standing between the range creep, like, who's going to grab this one? He ended up going for the last hit. That could have been an easy hook for Dendy. He knows these situations. He sees these moments. Lowdown can't quite close in the gap onto Saberlight either. But Stonebank already got the early regen coming out from the Ring of Health. We had some discussions. Was it with RTZ about the mango stacking? Actually, it was in West Europe where they talked about
Skeeter,
the 9/12 mango strats, which give you a lot of HP regen. It's a good budget option compared to the Ring of Health, but obviously Battle Fury built up coming up for sure on this Ursa. Meanwhile, Dendy getting picked off in mid lane, and this time it works out with a crit rotation. And Fly. Scary low HP here. No Scorched Earth available, though. Is he still going to go for it? Okay, I mean, sure. Just hunt him down. Go for it.
Yeah, he's got the Windlace there.
Chainmail and backpack.
Yeah. How dare he? He'll notice it.
He'll notice it. I don't need it, guys.
Don't click on it anymore. All right. Anyway, this top lane is going really well for them.
Well, okay, let's not jinx it. Abed goes down to Dendy with the rotation for Lowdown in mid as the same time Funnick fairly low, but will survive, and Scorched Earth pop. They're going to get some damage in, but Bushwhack does not connect. And a hook from Dendy. Yeet! He's caught himself a Phoenix. There's an Icarus dive, though. Should be able to escape, but the Splinter Blast, almost enough to take down the Phoenix, down at 85 HP.
They got the revenge kill in the mid lane. I think crit killing Dendy.
What are these esports bet IO odds?
I mean, things have
Huge
changed.
change. Huge change.
Yeah, they're finally putting some respect on bait. They earned it after last game, to be fair.
Yeah, last game was easy 1-0-0 odds for Rebellion, but now it's a different story.
Completely different story, and honestly, it's going really well for bait here. I was mentioning before, this Ursa game, it's pretty free for the most part. It's Spearbreaker's a little bit annoying.
Just a little bit.
If Moose can get out of here, but like if he gets on top of NP, he'll kill him. He can't really escape. Luna can't disengage either. The egg, you got the attack speed. Don't care about the attack speed slow. So a lot of tools here for Stonebank. The only thing that I do worry about a little bit.
Well, a big rotation. That's all 5 heroes of Rebellion. Let's go 5-man this top lane to try to salvage it for RTZ. So I wonder what's going on in comms. Oh, hook attempt, but only catches a friendly little lad. Yeah, 5 heroes to top, get themselves a Doom kill.
Yeah, I think they wanted the tower, more heroes than that. That honestly did not go exactly the way Shopify wanted that to go. It is an NP lineup, so he can easily just get back to the lane he came from.
Yep.
I think Crit was not really trying to go down there, regardless, because he can't really do much in that lane. They kind of gave up on it. Stonebank is going to have free farm regardless. To continue my point, hopefully this is the game for Stonebank where he pops off. He's been having some rough performances here, I'm not going to lie, on this team. Like, so far it's like Dendy's carrying, Moose is carrying. This has to be the game Stonebank steps up. #1 net worth, has a free game. Even a Saberlight kill, too.
This is where the stars just might align for bait. Saberlight killed in bottom. Dendy spotted, even saw the Furion ulti flying between. Nice little movement there from RTZ. Dodges, and Abed with the rotation. Walrus punch to throw Dendy in the air and crit. He's just there to make sure things will go their way. Funnick looking like a second kill going for Rebellion here in this top scuffle. Bit of a heal coming out from the Wyvern, but that does not look too healthy for Funnick. Raindrops will soak up the loosened beam, but Fly, and will burn him down. Double kill for the Phoenix. Get themselves 2 kills, and most importantly, slowing down the punch.
Yeah, I think bait should try and slow down a little bit. Like, you see Shopify Rebellion, they are not afraid to bring 5 heroes to these fights. So if you do end up in a position, if you do in a position where you're being a little over aggressive when you don't need to be, you will get punished for it. And I don't want to see Dindy fall into that trap again where his net worth sinks to the bottom because he's just running around the map too much.
Oh, that's a good one from Abed there with the quick Quelling Blade to cut down the tree. No bushwhack, no hook for Dendy. Have the ward placed down in mid, so he was totally aware of the situation. Just a bit of orb walking movement there to make sure that Moose is gonna fall for it, fall for the bait.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See what you did there. Dendy, please hit some creeps.
Yeah, this is what we've seen from Dendy quite a lot during the 12 to 20 minute mark is if there's nothing happening around the map, we see Dendy farming, even on heroes like Primal Beast. Just farm. But right now, yeah, you're true. You're absolutely right. Feels like it's a bit of a stale moment where Pudge is trying to hunt for kills, and I think now it finally hit the realization. Finally hit Dendy. Maybe I don't have to actually be super active right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be active, but you have to kind of look at the lineups, right? And if you can go to one part of the map, and if your opponent comes as well and you're still stronger, that's fine. But against a Spirit Breaker, against a Nature's Prophet, they can be there so quickly that you kind of just have to mellow out this draft. And you have, Stonebank free farming right now. If you buy him, 10 more minutes, he will be online with the Battle Fury, probably Blink Dagger right after that. Yep. Then you can go into Roshan. I'm not saying go AFK for 10 minutes, but just don't make over-aggressive plays and try not to fall behind a network.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to end up in the situation where we go back to the panel in 20 minutes. So when I hold out that game a bit longer, DD Rune on Abed, and that's a heavy Walrus punch to throw in, and with just a level 5 Wyvern, no chance of a turnaround.
DD Haste.
DD Haste. That's all right.
Good combination.
See how many DDs Abed gets this game.
Part of the reason why this hero is so good in mid lane too is when you get these DDs with the Walrus punch, close to one-shot potential for most supports.
Yep. He's a big difference. Gonna slow down the push with the catapult eaten by the hook. They will back themselves away for the time being. One piece from finishing off the Battle Fury on Stonebank. And that is gonna enable this Ursa at least online farm mode. Just need him after that to participate and join in. Moose. This time the Quelling Blade is not even needed because the Bushwhack doesn't connect.
Yeah, he's going for it, but it's going to be really hard. You're playing against Abed here. He's spamming that Quelling Blade off cooldown to try and kill these trees when they do show up. Yeah. So, not the easiest thing, but I do like how Shopify has recovered from the laning stage here. Their lanes did not go well, all three of them, basically. Crits rotations have been really good. Now Arteezy, he's being active as well. And of course, Saberlight on this NP being pretty much everywhere. And they've got the gold lead back now.
Definitely got a good deal from the pawn shop, guys. As this tier 1 tower is going to go down. That's already the second one to fall. Surprisingly, only the bottom tier 1 tower is actually up, which is usually the one to fall first.
No,
so Rebellion, they find a piece of juicy stacks here.
Yeah, they're taking those are supposed to be Ursa stacks. It wasn't supposed to go like this. Abed, they got him.
Hey, Bushwhack connects, but there's a range creep in between.
Yeah. A little bit harder combination this game. If you look at the spells that Dendy and Moose did in the last game, Witch Doctor with Blink Dagger, you had the Lift with Rubik, pretty straightforward spells. Now the Bushwhack, hitting a hook on a Bushwhack target, because it does bring in so many units at once, it's going to be a lot harder, at least until you get to that Blink Dagger. I guess that's what they're really waiting for.
Hey, it's like one of those machines when you were a kid, you're trying to get the right toy with a penny put in, so it's a bit of a difficult one. They've got the egg placed down. Funnick definitely going to get stunned up here low down. You've got no chances of destroying this egg, and Saberlight doesn't get the kill. That's a high ground miss and a neutral creep deny, but Dendy finds Fly, and Abed responds with a support kill, making that a 1-for-1 with one deny added into the mix.
That was really good. Fly and Saberlight there saving Arteezy's life. He was dead for sure, but the egg to slow him down in a perfectly placed Sprout gets Arteezy out of there, and they end up getting a better trade out of that as well.
Yep.
Really well done there.
And that is good night for Crit.
Dominating for Moose, all right.
It's like
showing
Moose
up yet
is,
again, both games now. Moose has just been
momentum rolling.
Yeah, the MVP, without a doubt, for Bait so far. As the lone Peruvian player for the squad.
It's definitely been rising to the occasion today. And one of the big factors as well why Bait has been doing so well in that game 1. Dendy Moose, we found the connection. And they find it in this game as well. Haven't been seeing it so far. Maybe the Blink Daggers might be just another tool to fix that problem. But Ursa's Battle Fury, up at 1330. Fairly fast timing for that too. Absolute free farm. RTZ still ahead of net worth and now looking to punish the Ursa. But one good thing about having an Ursa against the Tusk is you can always roll away from the shards.
Yep.
No trapping you.
Yeah, Battle Fury is online. I'm waiting for bait to find an opportunity to get some map back. If you kind of look at the map, they're kind of like suffocated a bit. RTZ has like a free map to farm everything right now where they're just sitting in one corner behind them. They need to make something happen here with this Ursa bait. Otherwise, it's just a huge waste of time and you're going to see this net worth advantage continue to go in Shopify's way.
Interesting smoke coming up as the Hoodwink is protecting the Ursa. The Lowdown is TPing into mid, so Dandy, at least he doesn't hook the illusion. Could have been very detrimental. Crit could instantly just charge in, have the rest of his boys back him up. There's another DD rune in the bottle of that Tusk.
Of course.
Of course. What else would it be? These Tusks are breaking the game's code for sure.
I mean, Dindy does have his Blink Dagger, though, so that's what we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on the side of bait here if they want to get back.
Rebellion. It's crit flying Abed. That's one hero spotted. Right on the edge as the smoke pops. They got vision on him, so that situation diffuses itself. No threat for bait for now. Saberlight, they've been able to take down that bottom tier 1 tower while they were hunting down the Ursa in the jungle. And he's opened up the map once again, and he's getting closer, and it's getting tighter and tighter. Trying to find the Wyvern in the river, but at the same time, Crit has been spotted. Support trade is going to take place, and now Dendy. Orchid coming right on top of him. Bit of early damage from that DD on Abed. He still got Wolver's Punch on cooldown. Get the dots in, and Stonebank charging in, but he's inside the Sprout. They can't get to hit the egg. They can't hit it at all. And they will take down Saberlight, but then the comes at a cost, and they will find Moose. And of course, it's Abed to get that dominating streak under his name. A lot of extra money in the arms of this Tusk.
They're just getting outplayed right now. Like, RTZ free farming, not joining any fight. They're bringing 5 heroes to every fight on bait here. I would really like to see them try and get on the map. Either take back their primary jungle or maybe take a fight around the tier 1 Dire top lane.
Funnick. They can actually see him there on the low ground. And they go straight for him. Charging in his Abed. The heal comes out. They've got the curse. Holding him down. Dendy coming in with the TP, but RTC's right next to him. Doom will be used, but the Lucent Beam finishes him off and into the Sprout. And that's going to be Dendy. Good night, sir. Oh, boy. Optimistic attempt, but that's your initiation. That's pretty much it that they can throw in.
Yeah, I mean, the fights that they're taking in this position are just impossible. Like, there's a ward on the Dire. They're just sitting on the high ground, just chilling there. You can't just be going in one by one like this. Like, they're just getting outclassed right now on map movements. They're just getting a course on map movement 101 here. And game number 1, they actually had good map movement in that late game, but these early game map movements, Shopify has got their number if they have a faster lineup.
That also means that RTZ is going to be getting that BKB after Roshan is finished off, especially if he gets the last hit off of it. So that's another piece of trouble, and Stonebank has been located. He drops very low on HP in a quick span of time, and with the silence from the Orchid, no enrage for him. And Moose is going to have to back out. They might just hunt down this Hoodwink all the way to the end, because Scurry cooldown still down for 20 seconds. Well, 15 now. They're just going to let the squirrel stay in the trees. We'll push out the bot lane. Oh. All right. And the global presence. It's another one.
I mean, that was fast fingers from Dindy, but unfortunately he didn't get much distance on that Blink Dagger there, so really easily to chase him down after it. So it's getting ugly. Not much more to say here. I think they really, on bait side, need to group up as a team, place a ward, play around it, and try to get some map control back, because we saw Stonebank, bottom lane. He just shows on lap, get charged, right? They're going to try and make an opening happen here, but this is an Aegis.
Yeah, the tank of hope starting to run empty on the side of bait, because Rebellion is just showing the superiority on the server. You get the hook save, but is it still going to be enough for the Orchid? Oh, 40 HP, and Saberlight wants this one so bad. He goes for the Sprout, finishes him off. The curse does connect, but it's just not enough damage. They cannot kill off Crit. Yet again, another pick off, and that is also your carry falling. Rebellion, they got to take it to the high ground.
Yeah, I mean, bait are feeling like a little clueless right now on what to do on the map. until they find that opening where they actually go together.
0 building damage. That is definitely not a good sign, but RTC hooked up. H is going to get burnt up, and Dendi very low on HP right now. Sharpshooter finishes off crit. The explosion will stun up too. Funnick in the trees. He's waiting for him to use the Doom, but he's got nobody with him right now. The Hoodwink's getting pummeled by Abed. And Funnick, he finally gets it off, but the slows are there. Oh boy. That's pretty much it. It is rough for Bait. It is super rough right now.
I mean, they do have BKB now for the Doom, so he can actually walk into these fights. And we haven't seen a good Doom yet, right?
Yep.
Like, they're kind of just
still waiting.
Doomed, and then they just kind of walk away. So maybe when he gets a BKB, he can walk in there, doom them, and chase a little bit. But yet again, as a team, they need to make a play happen. They're making a play on bot. It looks like
they're making a play in mid at the same time. So that's going to be a core. But there's no one to be found in the bot lane for Bait. So Flonic down. He's going to be up in 30 seconds. And realistically talking, Fear, we talk about they need to make plays happen on Bait. What is the actual win condition to take this fight? Who needs to fall first? How do they take that approach? Because right now, Rebellion can focus anything down and it will die. What does Bait need to do to have a sliver of hope?
I liked what they were doing there. They tried to gank the NP on the side lane, but that's like ultimate despair mode. Like, you're going the side lane to kill this NP, then he just TPs mid, so your gank fails, and then he kills your Doom in the mid lane, and now they're going high ground. So Funnick just like, he needed to be more patient, wait for that play to connect first. I don't personally think the style of them just like making small plays with 2 heroes is even really that good. I really want to see them go as 5 right now, smoke one area, drop a ward, take it, and then Shopify, they will run into you at some point. They are really far ahead, and then you have to take that type of team fight to your advantage.
DD, are you kidding me? Please just keep on spawning with these tusks. But I agree, like the situation basically for Bait is they're just...
Here it is.
They can't even find a confidence kill, which they would like to take. Fly, he's in a prime position to pop these smokes. Vision and everything, Sunray in. He's gonna take this fight to them. He popped his egg instantly and he burns down Lodine. There goes Funnick. Hook comes in with the DD on Abed. And that Ursa, that's not a fuzzy wuzzy we know. That's some kind of cub just got pummeled when he was a really small pup. And that is gonna be 4 for Rebellion. It's only the Pudge on Dendi to survive that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot left to say here about like what's going on in this game. It's like,
it is a demoralizing situation for Bait.
Bait don't really have any like gas left in the tank here, and I think Shopify do realize that, and they're just gonna go straight for the jugular here.
Pushing down from the bottom lane, looking for the clean 2-0 sweep, undefeated in North America. Shopify Rebellion continuing the dominance here. There's no stopping this team at this current pace. No one has come close except Bait out of all teams in game number 1. But it's still not enough for Bait to actually look for a tie, an equalizer, forced to a game 3. A miracle needs to happen. Lowdown, that's not going to work. He's going to get insta-silence, lose some beam to hold him on the spot. Slowly burned down with the dot damage, and now the Sunray from Fly. Here comes Sarteezy, gets that one, pushes Dendi down to the low ground. It's going to be Abed with the kick. And it's going to be the punch to throw it up into the air. Kicked and punched.
Yeah, I mean, they just unfortunately didn't have the moves and Dendi magic this time around.
Yep.
And Shopify, you got to give it to them. You know, they bounced back really quick in this game.
GG.
They didn't have the greatest laning stage, but they rectified that really quickly with Saberlight continuously coming to take the advantage in top lane.
But that just shows Shopify Rebellion, the dominance is definitely there. Another 2-0 clean sweep. So they take down Bait in this one and march on with yet another victory and just a